Hey, what's up, everyone? So we are here in Brave Frontier going through the Frontier Hunter mission number 9. This is Terminus, so this is the team that we are using. Free-to-play account here, so we actually got really lucky and we pulled a zelnite and a uh, Dar, I don't know his name. So we ended up getting lucky and got some decent pulls. We got this guy in the last lightning summon event. After the 5 summons, I pulled one more time. I was going to do 5 more batch of summons, and I got her on the very first pull. So I had some pretty decent luck in the pulls, and then Gra is a free unit. You can see we only have 4 6-stars and 1 5-star because we don't have enough cost for a full 6-star team. You can see our high point is 1.5 million on this. And what we need to do is we need a Elza friend. So I'm just going to make sure that this one's good. You want to have Elza with a 10 super Brave Burst. Go with the Marauder sets. Go ahead and start it up. And it's actually quite easy to do with this team and this combination here. I'm a horrible sparker as well, so you're not going to see a very high spark damage. So on the Selfish God, you just go ahead and auto attack. You have to listen to what he's going to say. He always starts off with "Don't hit me so hard," which means that you got to guard most of your team. You can hit him, but you cannot do a lot of damage to him. So we hit him with the 2 dark elements since we want to get the elemental bonus. He didn't say anything that time. So now we're going to go ahead and use Gra. So now he buffs everyone with dark element bonus. And then eventually we're just going to wheedle his HP down to nothing and finish him off with a big super. So again, he didn't say anything there, which is surprising. He normally says something. So we are going to go ahead and use our Brave Bursts. Since everyone has supers and no point in not using it. Again, you'll notice I am a very horrible sparker. If anyone has tips on how to help spark, let me know. If you can get through this battle without using an item, great, you'll get additional points, and that's ideal, but most likely you're going to have to use an item. So he said, show me your Brave Burst, so we got a Brave Burst again. We are going to Brave Burst with Gra. And then we'll go ahead and use Oren. We're going to kind of hold off a little bit because we don't want to kill him here, so we are just going to auto attack with everyone. Because I don't know exactly how much damage the criticals and stuff are going to do. So it looks like we could have actually used a little bit more Brave Burst for Elza. But that's alright. So again, this turn we can Brave Burst with Gra. We can go ahead and just probably auto attacks here. And do a Brave Burst with Drav. Because he doesn't really do that much damage. And so now this turn we'll go ahead and kill him and we'll get a nice overkill bonus. And you can see we're already racking up 44,000 in points, which is a pretty decent amount. So Gra doesn't have his Brave Burst, so we're going to end up using him last. We're going to use zelnite on the 5th Brave Burst to get everyone, refilled and then fill up Gra. See, this is I'm bad at the combo type thing of what do I do first? Like, do I do him first? Do I do that first? So I just kind of spam Brave Burst. I try and do Oren and Elza in the beginning because I want them to boost everyone up. At the end, I know that I use zelnite to boost everyone else up so they have Brave Burst for the next turn. You can see he gives, I think, 8 crystals to everyone. And then we used Graw last because he didn't have his Brave Burst, so with the Zelnite boost he actually was able to get it and do a lot more damage. So on the sparking aspect, I'm not sure exactly how to time these things. Probably just tons and tons of practice. But you'll see we ended up getting a decent score here for the first round, 63,000 just for killing him. And now our bonus with no items, we're already up to 109,000 there, so that's a huge first round point. Probably actually my largest first round point ever. Going into the second round isn't very hard. You do want to focus on Commander Mega, because if you focus on Mother Snow Stya, she actually, when her HP I think is like 50% or less, she puts a buff on Mega, where you can only hit him for 1 point of damage. And you want to try and kill both these guys at the same turn, so you get the multi-kill bonus. So unfortunately, we're going to have to use Orin first. We're going to use Graw. And then we're going to use Zelnite to bust everyone's Brave Burst up, which should pretty much fill everything. It didn't fill Darvanshel's, but that's alright. Nothing we can do about it. And then we're going to go with Dilma to finish it off. And you're potentially trying to spark and critical with Dilma's Brave Burst, because it does like 10,000. He only hits twice. And you saw we just saw a 20,000 hit right there, and another 20,000 hits. So he might have sparked, he might have critical. I don't know, but I just know he did a shitload of damage. And you can see he pretty much killed, Mega. Oh, see, unfortunately we did enough damage to Stya to put on her defensive buff to Mega. So now we can't kill him in this turn. So what we're going to end up doing is I'm just going to pound away here with normal hits. Hopefully we don't kill her. We want to just bring her down a little bit in HP so that next turn that we can kill both of them in the same turn and get a multi-kill bonus. You do need to use your mitigator because they do hit pretty damn hard, and especially if you don't use your mitigator, darvanshel will die. He even might die even if you do mitigate 50% because they are water and he is fire. So thankfully he didn't die, but you can see very, very close, 1700. And now we should be able to kill both of them in this single turn here. Everyone has their Brave Bursts maxed out, so we are going to go with Orin, who also boosts lightning on everyone, which is going to give us a little bit more bonus elemental damage, I think. And then Dilma over there. Graw to finish it off. And then Zelnite to refresh all your Brave Bursts. You'll see everyone gets an 8 crystal boost, and they're 1/4 of the way to going to Brave Burst. Our score is now going to be over 200,000 here, it looks like. Very, very close. With this bonus, we should definitely be really high. This is going to be probably one of my better runs. So 306,000. There still is room for error. No question about it. Because one wrong move, if you don't do it right, you're going to end up dying, because they do hit pretty hard. So this stage, I always want to focus on Loach. And it's impossible to kill all 4 in the same turn, it seems like, because he always guards. So he has a good amount of HP. And you notice we still haven't been using items, so we're getting the no item bonus. Alright, so we're going to put on Graw so we can get the elemental bonus. Since there are several light units over there. Graw gives light and dark element attack to all your units. Orin actually gives lightning and fire attack to all your units. So it's nice to have those 2 elemental buffers on your team. So like these guys are like playing a little mini game, and only one of them is really going to attack you each turn. And then I believe after turn 4, then they all go like hog wild on you if they're all still alive. You'll notice that these other 3 are going to be dead this turn. Loach is going to be alive. He's actually going to be guarding on this turn as well, so you're not going to be able to do much damage to him. You're potentially trying to kill him in at least 3 turns. And if you can do that, you can get the 3-turn bonus. But unfortunately, it's all about like crits and RNG. If you can get the sparks and get the crits and yeah, time everything right. And especially using Dilma, you're really at the RNG god, because if he crits and sparks his oh shit, I forgot zelnite. If he crits and sparks his big hits, then you do a massive amount of damage. You'll notice in the top there he's taking a small amount, and occasionally you'll see the word guard pop up. Loach is guarding, so he's taking a very reduced amount of damage. Everyone else should die here. Occasionally, if you do get a bunch of sparks and crits in the first turn, you can kill one of the 3 on the first turn, which kind of sucks because you lose out on the multi-kill bonus, which is a very, very big bonus. Now he's going to go all hog wild by himself and do a huge AoE, so you had to make sure that you had a mitigation here. Otherwise, you'll see it would have killed you. With mitigation, he did about 4,000 damage to everyone, 3 to 4,000. So you either need over 8,000 HP on everyone, or you need to at least mitigate some of that. Hopefully now we can kill him. Not sure because he does have quite a bit of life, so we have to get lucky here. And we will just pray to the RNG gods. Yep, got him. So what I did there was I went Graw first and then Darva, because I wanted to have more chances for Elza and Orna to spark since they have more hits. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know. So already at 679,000, which is huge. You can see this is the big point round. You get a lot of points in this round. And again, I think this is my highest run so far yet. So we'll see how things go. If we can get a new record here, there's always a chance that you end up dying in one of the spots, which ruins like a 50,000 point bonus at the end. Here you can see we don't have our super brave burst because we only had a 1 target kill last turn. So what we are going to do is we're going to use zelnite early on. And we didn't use zelnite before Darva because he doesn't really do much damage. He's more for the mitigation. So I want to make sure that he has it next turn as well. Although he should because we're attacking 3 enemies. But always rather be safe than sorry, in my opinion. I mean, his extra damage on the other guys isn't really going to matter much. And so this turn we can super with everyone. We'll have to use zelnite before Elza. And then I do focus on the larger HP one because I have a, I mean, I don't know if this is fact, but it appears that every time you hit someone, you can see we hit him. He was focused. Sure, he got the Darva attack, but he always seems to take a little bit more damage than the other ones that are getting like the AoE effect. So again, I don't know if that's fact or not, but that's just something that I have noticed personally playing. I am no means an expert on Brave Frontier, so So again, this right here hopefully should kill all 3 of them, so you get a big multi-kill bonus. And then this is also a 3-turn kill bonus as well. Yeah, it looks like we did that for sure. So this is probably going to be a record-breaking run here. Already up at 942,000 here. This is a fun fight here with Mare because she does some cool things that you can actually help bring up your point score. So you can see everyone has full Brave Burst. We are going to go and with Graw first so he can get the elemental bonus on everyone. So giving the light bonus will give us additional points at the end. So unfortunately, I've never been able to kill her in 1 turn, which would be really cool if that could happen, if I get really, really lucky with crits in RNG. But now she put on a buff where she can't be killed, but it's still all good because now we just go ahead and blast her. So she's going to be left with 1 HP here, and you don't have to guard anyone as long as you use a mitigation, 50%. So now she's going to do 1 big AoE effect, and it'll do around 3 to 4,000 damage. The sad thing is that it actually takes away your Brave Burst. So we don't want to use items because that's going to take away 20,000 point bonus. So if we were to use a pure elixir, we would lose 20,000 points. So we do not want to do that. So you are at the RNG gods of who gets that debuff on. And sometimes it can happen to multiple people. But now we're going to go ahead and finish her off with all our Brave Bursts here and get a huge, huge overkill bonus for killing her. And we also get the 3-turn kill bonus as well with the no item bonus. So after this, we should probably be very, very close to 1.1 million in points. And we still have 2 rounds to go, so this definitely should be a record-setting run. Yeah, 1.1 million already, which is just crazy. Now this one can be tricky since we have 2 grass types or earth types. If we get unlucky, Farlun can actually kill Dilma or Zelnites, depending on who they attack and their specials and their criticals. So we are left to cross our fingers here and hopefully that they don't kill us. So in this situation, we are actually going to go ahead and use an item because we can't get Orin with her super Brave Burst, so we want that buff for sure. She buffs critical 50% on everyone, so it is definitely a huge, huge buff, and we do want to have that. So since we are using the Fuji Elixir, we're going to go ahead and buff everyone's with the Attacks Elixir. And then we just used Darva's single target Brave Burst because again we want to make sure that he has Brave Burst on the next turn. That is really, really important to make sure that you always have a 50% mitigation on. He's not in there for damage dealing, he's in there to protect your units to make sure that they don't die. Because if you make it through without having been killed, you end up getting a 50,000 or 70,000 point bonus. It is a huge, huge point bonus at the end. And unfortunately, Dilma is dead. So that may have ruined our record-breaking run. And you can see that's what happens there is you are at the RNG gods. Having 2 grass type earth elements in here, you have a very, very high chance of dying if they go after the same target. So this time, since we are going to try for extra damage, I did use my zelnite before Dar. And hopefully we can kill both of them on this turn. It doesn't look like it though. It'll be fine if we can. It looks like we got them. It'd be fine if we get them both with a sliver of HP, because then we could super brave burst on the next turn, get more overkill points. So we're not going to have a really big overkill bonus on that one at all. So you can see only 8,800 overkill. Very, very small, bonus like there for that round. And unfortunately, since we lost, Dilma in that fight, I don't think we're going to break the record anymore. But we'll have to see how things go. So it's balls to the wall here, items, because we will be needing Brave Bursts boosting, since it's a single target, and Zelnite does have a lot of life. You want to make sure to do Orin early on, because she boosts fire damage, which gives us extra damage on Zelnite. And you have to be really lucky for me with this party to kill him in 3 turns. Because again, we don't have Brave Burst that often. You can see we did 50% roughly on that turn, but we don't have many Brave Bursts left. So we are going to end up using a Fuji on Zelnite, which will give Graw his Brave Burst again. Thankfully, Dilma has a super again, and Orna has her super again. So Fuji up here. We don't have to heal, but we're just going to go do it for good measure, because when we attack, everyone gets filled up, most likely, almost always, but just in case. Like I said, it's better safe than sorry, and we're already using our item bonus. Unfortunately, that sucked. Zelnite actually drained Dilma of all of his Brave Burst, so he was unable to use his Brave Burst, and I messed up with my Darva. So we're definitely not going to be able to kill him this turn. Hopefully... Oh, and I messed up with Elza too, so that was horrible. So I didn't even use Elza's Brave Burst. Dilma lost his Brave Burst. And I messed up with Darva, so now he doesn't even have his Brave Burst this turn. So now again, I probably would have been able to kill him if I did it perfectly in 3 turns. But shit went wrong, and now we're going to have a struggle to try and kill him 3 turns. So Fuji up, Zelnite again. Gonna go and pop heals. Again, not needed, but whatever. And then we're also going to pop the attack thing, not needed, but it's good just to have on it since we've already used items. Might as well just do it. There you go. Here goes nothing. So it looks like Dilma does have his super, so we might be able to, if he gets lucky in crits or sparks, I think we'll win this fight here. 3rd round. Yep, got it. So 3rd round kill there on Zelnite. He is a little bit tough. You definitely do need your Fujis and you need your items in that round. So that is why I go Marauder set. So 1.4 million. And we actually will be setting a new record here, I think, with all the bonuses that we get at the end. Unfortunately, we're not going to get this super large. Yeah, it's 50,000 that we would have got for keeping everyone alive. So you can see we ended up getting huge. We got 800,000 extra, or 80,000 extra, and we missed out on a 50,000 no death bonus. So huge run right there, giving us a whole bunch of Frontier service points. And hopefully you enjoyed the run, and if you have any questions, let me know. I'll try and help as best I can, but I am not an expert by no means in Brave Frontier. I just have fun, and it's a pretty cool game.